Hi, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So, this is the continuation of the North Node series. In this one, we'll be doing North Node in Leo. So, if you have a North Node in Leo, these are your messages. Now, why the North Node? The North Node is, when you look in your chart, it's that place, the mathematical point where when you were born, like your soul set forth your destiny, your purpose, right? So when you're looking at this point in your chart, that area where you're designed to come into where your soul wants to go. This is the North Node. And for those of you who have the North Node in Leo, we're going to be discussing the directions on where your soul wants to go, where it wants to grow, the things that it wants to experience in this lifetime. North Node in Leo. The lessons that you are moving towards, that you're gaining in this lifetime. So this is the unexplored territory that you have yet to come into, but that you're walking towards in this lifetime. Now, the North Node is that point that aligns with your destiny. But it's also that point where you're moving out of your comfort zone. The South Node, which we have to discuss whenever we're speaking of the North Node, it goes in conjunction with the South Node. So these two nodal points, North Node being like your North Star, where you're moving towards, what your soul wants to experience, what's your soul's journey, purpose, right? Versus the opposite, the South Node. And so the South Node is directly opposite whatever sign your North Node is in. So with us discussing North Node in Leo, your South Node would be in Aquarius, right? So the North Node, you're coming away from your comfort zone, versus the South Node is the things you were very comfortable in, the things you had already mastered when it comes to your South Node, the things you felt very comfortable with having experiences in, right? Your comfort zone, the things you're now moving away from, the things you're releasing. So these are messages from and or about your North Node. Things and messages that align with your destiny. So what are the messages for Leo that are aligning them with their North Node, with their destiny? North Node in Leo. Let's get into your messages and find out what are the messages from and or about North Node in Leo. And this is a series. You can go to the playlist if you wanted to look up what's the North Node concerning your children, your partner, not just yourself. Feel free to check the playlist. I will put these in a playlist for North Node, but you will also find them on just as a video. But if you wanted to go to the playlist so you don't have to go through all the videos, you'll be able to find the North Nodes there. Also, if you're looking for how to find your North Node, you can go to Google and put in free birth chart or free natal chart, and then it'll pull up a site like astrologycafe.com or something like that. North Node in Leo. It's free to do. You do need your North Node in Leo. You do need your city you were born in and your birth date, and that will give you your North Node in Leo. That will give you your signs and that'll tell you your placements and the signs that they're in. But in order to find the houses that's being affected by all of this, you will need your time of birth. However, don't be discouraged if you don't know your time of birth. You can still get what your North Node is. You just won't know which house is being affected by your North Node, okay? Which would take you to a more in-depth, which will give you more in-depth wisdom about your North Node. North Node in Leo, crystals. North Node in Leo. North Node in Leo. North Node in Leo. Okay. 1 second. I want to pull from one more deck. And if I remember, don't hold me to it, North Node in Leo. I'll see if I can create the link in the description, or maybe even put it as the first pinned comment so that you can click the link to, I don't know if you can click a link in the comments, but to get your birth chart, your natal chart, okay? North Node in Leo, thank you. If not, then go to Google, just put in free birth chart, free natal chart, and you'll find it there. Okay? North Node in Leo. Anything else? Okay, so again, we're doing the North Node in Leo. So let's put that up there. And we're finding the messages for those with North Node in Leo. So let me tell you, if you have a North Node in Leo, then your life purpose is for you to embrace your creativity, for you to embrace your confidence. You're embracing that flair for the dramatic, right? It's like you're encouraged in this lifetime to live from your heart space, from a very creative place. In this lifetime, with the North Node in Leo, you're expressing yourself authentically. North Node in Leo. You're expressing your own unique talents. North Node in Leo. In this lifetime, you're encouraged to step into your power and shine, right? The Leo sign is represented by the sun, right? As well as the lion, king of the jungle. So if your North Node is in Leo, then you're becoming the king or queen, the lioness of your jungle. You're encouraged to be like the sun and let your light shine. You're finding your passion. You're finding your passion and you're pursuing it in this lifetime with the North Node in Leo. You're developing a very strong sense of self. So you're working on building your self-esteem. You're trusting your leadership abilities. If your North Node is in Leo, you're letting yourself shine in front of the crowd. Whereas your South Node, which is in Aquarius, in past lives, you may have found yourself focused on the collective, focused on the bigger picture, right? More than your own needs. In past lives, you may have been more focused on like the group, right? On the needs of others, somewhat to a detriment to yourself. You're overcoming that. That was your comfort zone. You were able to focus on others, encourage others, see the bigger picture. This is the zone you are more comfortable in. But now moving towards your North Node in Leo, you're now moving to a place where you are the leader. You're encouraged to stop thinking so much about the opinions of others. Okay? So let's get into your messages for North Node and Leo. You have Bunny Hop Jive here. You also have Jackpot. You have Initiation. You have Living Large. You have Inspiration. Truth. Angelic Assistance. Self Mastery. You also have Release the Old and Rest with Autumn here. Shyland Master with Be Graceful in your movement and your action. The Patriarch. Altar of Air. Your crystal is citrine. You also have compatibility, connection, divine masculine. You have the card of trickery coming out here as well. Weave the Future Golden from Kuan Yin. You have Focus. Lower World with Past. Music with Harmony. Iceberg with Submerged. High Priestess. Wait, did I see Divine Masculine too? Okay, High Priestess with Harness the Mystic Power. And Mountains with Stand Your Ground. Okay, and then your tarot cards, you have quite a bit. You have the Ten of Swords, Four of Cups, Seven of Swords, the Death card, King of Cups, Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so North Node and Leo. You guys are being encouraged with your message to stay focused on where you're going. Focused on how and what it is that you're creating. Now that you know where your North Node is sending you, and your North Node is sending you to a place where you shine, right? It's allowing you to now harness the mystic power. Many of you are stepping into your high priestess energy, and this is allowing you to weave the future that's brighter, more golden, more vibrant for you, a future that allows you to shine, right? Many of you are putting in the work when it comes to your connections. You're now able to find those that are compatible with you. Many of you are stepping into your divine masculine energy now. This divine masculine energy is about the actions that you take, actions that align with your North Node. This is a part of you stepping into self mastery, where you were more concerned in a past life with the group, with the collective. You're now in the energy of taking actions that allow you to shine within your connections. And I do get romantic connections for many of you. You're finding what's compatible with you. You're finding more harmony, more balance. You're looking beneath the surface. You're not just staying at the surface level. When you're very surface about seeing things, this is where the trick or the trickery comes in. You have to take a deeper dive, submerge yourself so that you can find your truth and the things that inspire you and allow you to be an inspiration to others. Because you've tapped into your North Node energy, this is like the jackpot for you, baby. This is allowing you to truly shine, especially with the crystal of citrine here. Do you see how bright and golden that is? You guys are being initiated into glowing up. You're glowing with a very positive energy as you step into your North Node, as you step into your purpose, right? For many of you, your purpose is to gain more clarity about your North Node, about yourself, how to master yourself. For many of you, mastering your truth, mastering your emotions. You're being divinely guided to be unapologetically you with a North Node in Leo. Many of you were stuck in the past, right? And in this past, this is about you focusing on the group. Many of you may have been pushed down, okay, so when I say pushed down, Ten of Swords here, right? Pushed down, meaning I get this energy that some still want you to focus on them. There's this energy that I'm feeling with this North Node in Leo where some of you actually feel guilty about bossing up, so it's like when you have a friend group, say there's a bunch of you that grew up together, right? And you're that one with the North Node in Leo where you became famous. This could be just famous in your neighborhood, but maybe famous as an actor, actress, singer, because we do have music here, right? Writing music, being a composer, playing an instrument. We have a instrument that looks like a violin, but I think it's more of a harp. Well, a harp and a violin, if you look right there, right? Old school instruments. So there's something about you using your gifts, your skills, and your talents. And by you naturally having this North Node in Leo, for those of you who stepped into your purpose, you may find that out of your friend group, because this is your purpose, this is the things your heart, your soul was desiring to go to, that you excelled out of your group, right? And in this way of excelling, it just means that you're seen, which is what your North Node is calling you to do, to intellectually be this leader. For some of you, it may be on an intellectual aspect. It doesn't necessarily have to be so whatever your thing is, if you play sports, you're the one that made it to the pros. If you are a very intellectual person, then you're with the North Node in Leo, you're the one that wrote the book, that became a bestseller. If you work out, then you're the one that gets recognition for having your own gym and maybe a what are they called, where there's multiple of them, having a chain of them, you were the one that has multiple. I'll just leave that there, right? So out of this friend group, but what I'm seeing, or the imagery that I got, was that you guys were the one that became seen. So what I saw was someone who you grew up with, like high school, college friends, and then you literally became like a let's say like a Hollywood star, right? And you got some not so great habits, lower world here, right? With the past, not so great habits, whatever those may be. You may have been a little sneaky, and you dealt with people that were in this energy, a little sneaky, a little devious. They didn't mind doing whatever it was, whatever it is. And I'm getting addiction here. This could be addiction to power, addiction to drugs, addiction to sex, whatever it is, right? You you rolled with this crowd, and they were very cool when you were doing the same things they were doing. But for some of you, you either stopped doing these things or decided it wasn't the thing for you. Four of Cups here, right? You decided you didn't want to do those things anymore. You didn't want what they were offering you, whether it was, I heard cocaine for somebody. I'm just giving you what I'm hearing. You didn't want the drugs. You didn't want the being deceitful. You didn't want a whole bunch of women. You didn't want a whole bunch of getting at men. Whatever it is, right? Whatever it is you used to like thrive with this group with. Like it could have just even be something as simple as smoking. Like you used to hang with a bunch of smokers, and then you stop smoking, and then they like you think you better than them, right? Well, the imagery that I got was that you became the one that became like the star. Let's just go with the Hollywood star incident, right? And it's almost like those you used to rock with and roll with, they're watching you now, right? They're watching you. And they feel like because you were willing to take that risk, they feel like you're moving away from them slowly but surely, right? You're moving towards having a clearer way of thinking. You're moving towards, for some of them, they feel like transforming. And your transformation feels like a death to them. Like you're ending things with them because you're having this new beginning and you're loving your new beginning. You're stepping into your truth and you're feeling more emotionally balanced. So you have a clear way of thinking and a very clear way of feeling as well. It's like you want to take them with you. You want them to be happy for your success, but unfortunately, it feels like not everyone has been able to be happy for you as you're moving forward. And this has been a very tricky situation for many of you. You had to balance out your heart space with those that you really care for, and it felt like something new for you. Like, how do I've known them, this is my past, I roll with them, I know these people. It was your comfort zone. South Node and Aquarius, the collective, the group, you were very comfortable in this space. But moving into this North Node in Aquarius, it's time for you to like live larger. It's time for you to live larger. You guys are being initiated to see the positive outcome of you stepping into your truth. This is what's enhancing your aura. You guys are shining brightly. You're glowing with positive energy, right? You're learning to absorb information that is inspiring you. And you're stepping into your truth. Many of you are being divinely guided. You have very loving support, angelic assistance here that's helping you to stand your ground. Yes, some are watching you, but that's okay. You may have to move away from certain people who aren't happy for your growth and find those that you're more compatible with now. In different phases of our lives, we do sometimes tend to end certain cycles so that you can begin others. You leave one phase, that phase could include people, places, and things that are no longer serving you. It's not so much about the collective, but more with the North Node and Leo about you stopping, like not caring so much about the opinions of others. That's this death card here. You're ending caring so much about the opinions of others so that you can have this new beginning. One where you're trusting your intuition over your intellect. King of Cups here is very emotionally in tuned, but also with this energy being Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, it's about the intuition, right? But it's the Queen of Swords energy as well. So this is logic with intuition because it's on a feminine aspect. Many of you are able to take divinely inspired action. You're stepping into your divine masculine energy. You're finding more harmony and balance in your life by looking beyond the surface. You're going into the deep dive. You're tapping into your subconscious mind. You're listening to your higher self, your divine guidance as it's guiding you towards your North Node, where you are supposed to shine and let yourself shine in front of the crowd. Not being afraid to step into the light, not being afraid to focus on your own unique talents and let it take you where you're supposed to go. Yes, unfortunately, there are going to be some that are not happy for your growth, that are not happy for you ending certain phases, are not happy in the way that you're evolving, you're expanding. They think you think you're too big, you're better than them. For many of you, this hurts you, but this is about you finding the ability to step into your truth, knowing that you'll be lovingly supported. This is you having more stability, card number 40 here in your life. This is that jackpot. Jackpot to live large, to not make yourself small, to take up the space you need, to allow the sun is a huge sun representing Leo energy. The sun is a very huge luminary, right? It lights up our days. You're in that energy of lighting up those that are around you and those that are meant to be compatible with you, to go on this journey with you. You'll find them. Those that fall away, that become a part of your past, that's okay too. You're moving away from your comfort zone of worrying about the group, worrying about the collective, and moving more towards your North Node, where you're building your self esteem. You're loving yourself for who you are. Yeah. You're embracing that creativity, embracing that confidence, embracing the flair. And you're going to do this by staying focused on your North Node. See this light shining above you? Staying focused on the wisdom that's coming from above. Staying focused on this divine guidance and angelic assistance that's lovingly supporting you at this time so that you can have more balance and more harmony. So that you can be very graceful in your movements. So that you're able to release the old and rest. Releasing the old, having your transformation, death card, right? Releasing the old, allowing it to end. Releasing the old, focusing on the group, focusing on the collective, focusing on what other people think. It's time to cultivate self-love. Be very intentional about your own well-being. Not in a way to where you're shunning others, but in a way that allows you to flourish with your truth. Learning to speak your truth. This is throat chakra energy here. Especially in the way that you create. Sacral chakra energy here, right? And then balancing that out in your heart space. That's the tricky part for you. This is the heart chakra energy. Okay, so that has been the reading for North Node and Leo. Thank you guys for joining me. Continue to move in your purpose, trusting that you're divinely guided and supported. And Leo, be the sun and let your light shine bright. Thank you for joining me, Tonae Star, here with Tonae Star Enterprises. And remember, always shoot for the moon. And even if you miss, you're still amongst the stars. And to always, always, always let your light shine bright. Thank you for joining me.